Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run.
You ain't doing nothing today.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Throwing now is Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield finding Beckham and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And some room to work. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done. Still a great return and very good field position.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And Elliott puts this one through, and the Bills have taken the lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. To come out now and put together some nice plays.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
180. Hey, 133.
Check 50. Check 50. Check.
On second down now. It's Hunt, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Back-to-back running plays putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Now Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Mayfield. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. You go
On second down, it's Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. From midfield, here's Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Switch, switch.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. He finds Beckham complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Seibert on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run right side with Hunt, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set. 180.
49. Ready?
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
56, 56.
Allen now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here's Mayfield, and he's taken down. back at his own 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, they'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. I'm on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
40's the
16 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joe Schobert coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Allen. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back in.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 offset. Don't throw myself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Alert.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mayfield on fourth down. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now it'll be third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second down. Allen, it's caught by Davis. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to get this one across the. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You need to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line and give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And they're going to sack him again, the 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
This is taken at the 18.
51's a 180. Check pass. Check pass.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Buffalo, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.